Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about Final Destination Bloodlines, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in Final Destination Bloodlines, it deals with this family. The grandmother in the group survived an encounter with death back in the 1960s, an encounter with death that she was supposed to die in. And after all this time passed with her cheating death, she finally passes away. And now death has come for her children and her grandchildren who were never meant to be born. Okay, so to get things started, first and foremost, quick disclaimer. I have not seen the original Final Destination. This is literally my first encounter with the entire series as a whole, which is weird because they started rolling those out when I was a kid. But of course they were rated R and I was way too young to watch them. However, it's been over a decade now and they finally made another one. And I finally got a chance to watch one of these, and now I'm kind of thinking of watching the original, at least the very first one. I don't know about the sequels, but I am genuinely thinking about that now. Because I'm not going to lie, I actually dug this movie. Because first of all, the whole concept of cheating death, and not only you, but your posterity now have to deal with the consequences of it. That's a good concept. It's good for a nice suspense thriller, something like that. And they do a pretty good job at, when these horrific events happen, they make you want to see the person come out of it alive. These horrific freak accidents that, play out throughout these entire movies. The way it is done here, you want to see them come out alive. You want to see them try to survive. Because let's face it, even though nobody's ever asked for these kind of situations in these movies, or at least I don't think so, if anybody's, deserves to deal with this situation the least, it is probably these characters. On top of that, some of the kills they've concocted for these movies, some of them are sick. And I mean that in a good way. You're just in there going, oh, that's a nice kill. Especially this one, scene, without getting into any spoilers, with an MRI. Like that was grotesque. But it was also a lot of fun to see. When it comes to the horror element, because this is supposed to be a horror movie, when you're watching it, you're not that scared at all. And I kid you not, I actually did this. When you walk out of theater and go to your car, you are immediately paranoid and just being extra cautious about your drive home. I'm not kidding. I literally did this walking out of the theater when this movie was over. So props, I guess. It didn't really scare me watching it, but it got me a little paranoid trying to come home. And when it comes to the acting in the movie, I think everyone does a good job. I don't think there's any great performances in the film at all. I will say this, Tony Todd, may he rest in peace. He only appears for one scene, but he does steal the show in it. Easily the best actor in the entire movie. But also, all of the other ones, they're still doing a good job. It's just, I wouldn't say they're doing a great job. Now, when it comes to problems with this movie, special effects don't look good. I'm not kidding. I don't think the effects are very good. There's quite a lot of CGI in this film, and it unfortunately shows. Every time there's a CGI shot in the movie, it shows. There's this one particular sequence that's set on this restaurant that's on top of this tower, and it's 100 feet in the air, maybe a lot more, and the CGI and green screen are very noticeable. Quite the bummer. Also, I do think that the ending should have been very ambiguous. You know, just leave you off with an unanswered question. You know, but instead they just show you everything. Just have it be ambiguous, leave a trail of breadcrumbs for you to figure out exactly what all happens. And most importantly, just don't answer the whole, you know, will they or won't they thing. But instead, they showed everything, they answered the question. I'm just in there going, man, because it's not what I would have done. And on top of that, I just don't think that was a very wise choice. So guys, at the end of the day, Final Destination Bloodlines, I walked into this movie not wanting to watch it because Final Destination just sounded like a movie franchise that probably overstayed its welcome and should have just been one film. But much like Saw, with Saw X, I found myself enjoying this movie. Its story was good. You know, the characters, you rooted for them. The acting's not bad. The kills when they happened were sick. And while I didn't find it to be a very scary movie, I still was kind of paranoid on my way home. Unfortunately, the special effects are bad, and also, you know, the ending should have been a lot more ambiguous. But for what it's worth, I had a good time watching this movie. And, you know, as long as you can handle it pretty extreme gore, I think this is worth your time. I'm going to give Final Destination Bloodlines a 7. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember,